Hi, I'm Alan Cornell. And if you've been suffering from fibromyalgia, back pain, migraines or other kinds of headaches or any other form of chronic pain, then you know how much pain can make your life difficult. But today I'm here to share with you 3 ideas that I believe can make a difference for you. Back when I first moved to Chapel Hill more than 30 years ago, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I volunteered for hospice. And many of you understand that hospice works with people who are at the end stage of their life and are no longer receiving treatment for their disease and are only receiving palliative care, pain medications to help them be more comfortable in their final weeks and months. But back then, the medications weren't as sophisticated as they are now. They didn't have the pump. And oftentimes, when people were suffering from really painful disease, like things like bone cancer, the medications that they needed in order to make the pain bearable would turn them into zombies. So the choice was either to treat the pain and be a zombie, or to be in pain. And that's when they would call me up and I would go in to help. And what I would do is I would do hypnosis with these people. And during the course of our sessions together, I would make sure that I gave them 3 messages. And those are 3 understandings that I want to share with you today. The first understanding is that pain serves a purpose. The purpose of pain is to give you a message of some sort. For example, if I were to put my finger on a hot oven, the pain tells me to move my finger so my finger doesn't burn anymore. Now, if I didn't get that pain message, I would have to wait till I could smell my flesh burning to know that there was a problem, and there would be more of a problem. But once I remove my finger, I no longer need to get the message. Once you're doing all that you can do, or you've done all you can do to treat whatever condition is responsible for the pain, then the message is no longer necessary. For some of you, you've never been able to figure out what the cause of your pain was. And even in that case, if you've explored all the possibilities, then the pain is no longer necessary for you because you're not getting any useful message from it. The second understanding, the second message I used to share, was that there's a difference between sensation and pain. Sensation is an experience. Pain is an interpretation. I know that's easy for me to say about your pain. But if you can make that distinction, it can make a great difference in your life and in your experience. Let me give you a simple example. If I were to come up to you and press my 2 fingers very hard under the back of your hand, and you were resisted in your mind, it would be very painful. But if I came to you again and I pressed on you with the same amount of pressure in the same place, but this time in your mind, you imagined that you were pressing with the back of your hand against my fingers, then your experience of pain would be very different. So, pain, sensation and pain are 2 different things. And it's important to distinguish those. The third message, the third understanding comes from a memory I had as a young child. I can remember when I was about 6, maybe 5 years old. Going out back to play with the other kids, and there were a lot of them. And we were digging in the sand with some little shovels and things. And one of my friends swung his hand and caught me right in the cheek and made a nice little gash. It wasn't enough to get stitches, but it was enough for me to run in crying to my mom, who, hugged me and washed it off and put some Bactine on it and a Band-Aid and sent me back outside to play. And after a few minutes, maybe half an hour or so, I forgot all about the pain. But before that, when I went inside, it had really hurt. And as I walked outside, it was throbbing and really sharp. But after a while, as I said, I forgot about it. And several hours later, maybe 3 or 4 hours, my dad came home from work, and I ran inside to show him my boo-boo. And as I was running inside, it started to throb and hurt again. And I always wondered, ever since then, what happened to that pain for those hours in between? So the third message, third understanding, is that your focus of attention can make a great difference in your experience of pain. So there are 3 messages, 3 understandings that I'd like you to take away from this short video. 1 is that pain is a messenger, and if you've gotten the message, there's no need for the pain. Or if there is no message, there's no need for the pain. 2nd is that there's a difference between sensation and pain. There's a distinction between sensation and pain. And 3rd is that your focus of attention can greatly affect your experience of pain. So I hope that this is helpful to you, and I know that you're committed to your own healing and well-being, as I am. But for now, I want to thank you for your time. This is Alan Cornell. Take care and enjoy.